TDS in illustration 13 of company account. Okay, pro rata allotment. Fine. Then debentures. Okay, debentures is a wider topic. What's specific in debentures? Okay, so let me start with pro rata allotment, and then I'll see what is this route in illustration number 13. We can just open that up and see. Right. So let me just open Excel. Are you able to see my screen? Excel?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now, so before we jump into, let us quickly go through the entries that we are expected to pass when there is an issue of share. Then we'll come to pro rata allotment, and then maybe we'll come to forfeiture of shares. Okay. Issue of shares. Now, whenever there is an issue of share, there could be multiple different stages. We can have application stage, we will have allotment stage, and you have call stage. Okay, these are the various stages. In call, you can have first call, second call, third call, and all of that. Then there is something called as face value or par value, and then there is something called as issue price. Now, tell me one thing: if face value is 10 and if issue price is 14, this is called an issue at discount or at premium.
Premium, sir.
Premium, sir.
This is an issue at premium. And this, what is the amount of premium here?
4 rupees.
4 rupees.
4 rupees. 10, 4. Okay. Premium is 4. This is called securities premium. Now, if the face value is 10 and if issue price is 8, this difference of 2 will be your discount. Right? So this is the basic understanding. Now, tell me one thing. At which stage will the company collect securities premium?
In premium.
So the company has to collect 4 rupees of premium. Will it collect at application stage, allotment stage, or call stage?
Allotment stage.
Allotment or call at any.
Can it not collect at application stage?
No, sir.
No,
Right?
sir.
Who said we cannot collect at application stage? So
सर जनरली तो अलॉटमेंट पे ही होता है, बट अगर क्वेश्चन में अगर ऐसा दिया हुआ है कि एप्लीकेशन स्टेज पे कलेक्ट होना है तो होगा.
okay, so the thing is, there is no rule that it has to be done at application, allotment, or call stage. It can be done at any of the stage. You have to read the question and understand at which stage is the company collecting the securities premium amount. In fact, in real life, these 3 stages are not even existing. They simply collect most of the cases. Hardly few cases where there was a Reliance Industries rights issue where they had application and call stage. Otherwise, if you see any of the stages, recently we had this LIC IPO. Okay, entire amount is collected at application itself. Your face value, including securities premium. That's for your understanding. But You have to read the question and understand at which stage are they collecting this amount. Okay. Most of the cases they will ask you at allotment stage or at call stage. If at all they ask you at application stage, you have to be extra cautious. Now, at application stage, what would happen? So say, I'll just give a hypothetical situation, 1000 shares, face value 10, issue price 18 or 12 for ease of accounting. Application stage 4, allotment including premium 4, and first and final call 4. Okay. Now, in the application stage, first the applicants or the shareholders will apply for some shares. So assume for a moment number of shares applied for is, say in our case, let us say 1500. Okay. Now, how much money is the company collecting at application stage?
60,000.
Everybody?
6,000.
How much? You can type it out if you are, if you're in a place where there's a lot of noise. 6,000.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so application is 4. Amount collected is 1500 multiplied by 4, 6,000. Now, just because we have got application for 1500 shares, we will not allot all the shares to 1500 applicants. How many shares can we allot?
1,000 only.
We can allot 1000 shares. Now, that is the first thing. So at this stage, what will be the accounting entry when we have collected 6,000?
Bank account debit
Bank to application.
Bank to share application. Correct? So bank account debit 6,000 to share application 6,000. So don't forget to write narration being application money at 4 per share on 1500 shares. Okay. Now we have got 6,000. This entry everybody knows. Now what is the next step after this share application entry?
You will transfer to owner's account.
Transfer to
Owner's account.
owner's account or transfer this to capital account. Basically what we say, allot the shares. Now tell me, what is the value out of this? See, we have collected on 1500, 4 at application 6,000. How much of this to be transferred to share capital account?
only 4,000.
Only 4,000. Then what will we do with the balance 2,000?
That
Maybe
will be
refunded.
refunded.
Either we will refund it or
Or adjust.
Allotted to allot.
or we will adjust it to allotment. Are we clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so at the time of allotment, what will we do? See, first option is we refund. If we refund, then it is very simple. Share application to share capital 4,000, to bank 2,000, and share application debit 6,000. Correct? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Anyone typing something? Pro rata, pro rata. Okay. Right. Now, the other option that is available here is to do a transfer or adjust this amount which is due at the time of allotment. Now, before we get into that step, please understand, if someone has applied for, let us say Suraj has applied for 200 will be difficult to divide. So let me say 300 shares. If I apply for 300 shares, how many shares will I be allotted? What will be the allotment? So the question here I am repeating once again. Total number of shares application received is 1500, and if the entity has, or if the company has decided to do a pro rata allotment, they can allot only 1000 shares, and I have applied for 300 shares. How many shares will I be allotted?
200.
Others? I am repeating my question. Total applications is 1500. Allotment should be 1000. Suraj has applied 300. What should be the allotment? Very simple question, nothing complicated. Okay, should it be 150 or 200? See, we have to do a pro rata allotment or proportionate allotment. Proportionate allotment means if 1500 get 1000 shares, how many shares will 300 applications get? So for this, what you do is you do a simple cross multiplication. 300 multiplied by 1000 divided by 1500. So this will be 300 multiplied by 1000 divided by 1500. That is 300 multiplied by 1000 divided by 1500. This is called pro rata allotment. So Suraj will get 200 shares, allotted. Now extra 100 shares amount, whatever I have paid, will be adjusted against the allotment. Any doubt so far?
No, sir.
Okay. Then, if this is refunded, if not refunded, if adjusted against allotment, then what will you do is the same entry, instead of saying to bank, you will say to share allotment 2000. Okay. Then you will also pass, because you have allotted the shares, amount of 4 rupees is due including premium. Amount of 4 rupees is due including premium, and premium amount is 2. 12 minus 10, 2. Now what will be the allotment due entry in this case? Think of it coolly, calmly. We have issued allotted 1000 shares. Now we have to make an allotment due entry for 4 rupees. That allotment entry includes 2 rupees of premium. So what will be the entry? You can, type it out in the chat box. Or you can speak it out by unmuting yourself. See, correct, incorrect entry, don't worry. Please make an attempt. Please type the entry or please speak out the entry for allotment where we have allotted 1000 shares. 4 rupees is due on allotment. Out of that, 2 rupees is premium. With amount. Entry everyone will write. Amount. Thanks, Ishika. Ishika has written the with amount. Others have written the entry. Anyways, amount should not be difficult to identify. So your entry here will be, see, because the amount is due, you will debit the share allotment account. Why? Because this is receivable. Okay. How much? 1000 multiplied by 4. 4000. Then out of this, share capital is 2 rupees. So 2 into 1000. And security premium is 2000. Are we clear with this entry? Any doubt with this as far as this entry is concerned? No doubt, right? Share allotment debit to share capital to securities premium. Now my next question is, how much amount will the company receive when they receive the share allotment money? How much amount will the company receive when they receive the share allotment money? Will they receive 4,000 or will they receive 2,000? See,
2000, sir.
the amount due is 4,000, but the shareholders paid extra amount, right, at the time of application. So they will receive 4,000 minus 2,000. They will receive balance of 2,000 only. They will not receive 4,000. See, 4,000 is receivable, but they will receive minus 2,000. They will receive only 2,000. Everybody clear with this? Don't make a mistake in the examination. Now, what we will do is, now in this case, what has happened? People have applied, or public has applied for 1,500 shares, but they are allotted only 1,000 shares, and this allotment is called pro rata allotment. But every time this kind of allotment does not happen, what the company may do, they may refund some, applications in full. Then they may, give some kind of pro rata allotment to some other shareholders. For some shareholders, they may allot in full. So based on that, we have to calculate how much has been allotted and how much has to be refunded and all of that. For this, what we'll do is we'll take up a question from the study material. Okay, and with the help of that, we'll be able to solve it. So let me just, pull out a question. We'll do this one by one. We'll take up, each of the line items. Unless you have some other question for me to solve. Illustration 7. Okay. Thanks, Ishika. Just quick enough to look at the illustration. Doing illustration 7 from the study material. We have done this in the class as well, but a quick recap, and it covers multiple dimensions, and you will be able to understand what has to be the adjustment and what kind of entries are required to be passed. Right? One of the complex questions, I should say. Okay, so you want me to solve my mock sum. Which mock? A, B, which series you want, because I have to pull it out from the server. %. Okay, so we'll do illustration 7 and we'll do the mock sum also. Okay, both of that we should be able to pull up. Right now, JHP Limited is a company with an authorized share capital of rupees 10 lakhs. So this is the amount, okay, rupees 10 lakhs in equity shares of rupees 10 each, of which 6 lakhs shares had been issued and fully paid on 30th of June of 2020. So that is the past information, nothing to be done about that. The company proposed to make a further issue of 1 lakh of these 10 rupees shares at a price of 14, and the arrangements as below. Now, 10 rupees face value, 14 rupees issue price. What is the premium? Quickly.
4.
4 rupees is the premium. Okay. Then 2 rupees per share payable on application. Allotment to be made on 10th of July, and a further 5 per share, including premium, to be payable. Okay. Final call to be made on 30th of April of 21. Fine. Now, this is simple. See, the ABC adjustments, what is given is simple. What is tricky in this question is this allotment or pro rata allotment. Now, what does they say? What do they say? Applications for 5,000, total applications received are 3,55,000. So, let us start writing now. And whenever you get, a complex question in the examination with lots of information, what you need to do is you need to write them down. Once you write down the information, it becomes easier for you to understand and solve the problem. Okay, so total applications 3,55,000. Okay, then applications for 5,000 shares received allotment in full. So out of this 3,55,000, okay, so let us start writing down. First, applied shares, allotted shares. 5,000 whoever applied were allotted 5,000 shares. So is there any refund or adjustment? No. Correct? Then applicants for 30,000 shares received an allotment of 1 share for every 2 applied for. No money was returned to these applicants, and the surplus on application used to reduce the amount due on allotment. So what has happened here? Second category. So, if you are finding the working note to be difficult, what you can do, one thing is think of these as independent allotments. So 5,000 received in full, allotted in full, no adjustment required. Then 30,000 shares. How many shares did we allot to these 30,000 shares?
15,000.
We allotted 15,000. Now, and what does the question say? No money was returned and surplus on application was used to reduce the amount due on allotment. So as if, think of it as a situation where you issued or you applied for, you issued 15,000 shares, you got applications for 30,000 shares, and balance amount, the extra amount, is adjusted against allotment. So for this 30,000 shares, amount received would be 30,000 multiplied by 2. Okay. Amount required or excess amount required should be 15,000 multiplied by 2, 30,000. So 60 minus 30,000 is adjusted against allotment bill. Are we clear with this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then the third category, applicants of 3,20,000 shares received an allotment of 1 share for every 4 applied. The money due on allotment was retained by the company and excess being returned to the applicants. Now what does that mean? 3,20,000 shares, whatever was applied. How much amount we received? 6,40,000. How many shares were allotted? It says 1 share for every 4 applied for. So 320 divided by 4, 80,000. 1 share for every 4 applied for is 80,000 shares allotted. How much amount is required? 1,60,000. How much is excess? 4,80,000. That is 640 minus 160, 4,80,000 is the excess. Any doubt so far on this?
No, sir.
Someone said, working note में specific doubt. Ishika, you have any doubt so far?
सर आपने जो वर्किंग नोट बनाया है वो थोड़ा सिंपल लग रहा है, बट बुक में जो दिया हुआ है वो थोड़ा अजीब लग रहा है.
बुक में भी वही वर्किंग नोट है. बुक में कौन सा वर्किंग नोट दूसरा है? मैं समझा रहा हूँ, इसके लिए आपको सिंपल लग रहा है. दिस ऑल्सो सेम. एनीवेज, आप ये समझ लीजिए. यू अंडरस्टैंड दिस, इट विल हेल्प यू टू रिकलेक्ट. ओके. So what has happened in the third case? 3,20,000 shares were applied. We received 6,40,000 total amount. We have allotted 80,000 shares to these people. Okay. For 80,000, we need only 1,60,000. So we have extra amount of 4,80,000. So basically, we collected extra 4,80,000 from the shareholders. Now, what does the question say? The question says that the money due on allotment was retained by the company and the excess being returned to the applicants. Now, what does this mean? See, we collected 4,80,000. The question says, whatever is the amount due on allotment, keep that money, and extra money refunded back to the applicants.
It's 5 o'clock.
So, here you have to make 2 things. One, amount needed on allotment. Okay, so amount needed on allotment, or I'll just make it here only. For 80,000 shares, what is the amount needed on allotment? 5 rupees per share. So 4 lakhs is adjusted against allotment, and whatever is the extra amount, 4,80,000 minus 4,80,000 is refunded. Are we clear? Are we clear with this? Any questions? We got applications for 320. We got total amount 6,40,000. We allotted 80,000 shares. For 80,000, we need 1,60,000. And for this 80,000, we need 4 lakhs on allotment, and balance extra 80,000 we are refunding back. Okay. Now, once this is there, passing of entries will not be a challenge. So I'll just run you through the entries. First, bank account to equity share application 7,10,000. This is straightforward. This is straightforward because this comes from here, whatever amount you have received, 7,10,000. That is a straightforward thing. Then, how many shares have we allotted? 1 lakh shares. And for this 1 lakh shares, how much amount is needed? 2 lakhs amount is needed. Now, first thing that you have to do is, once you have passed this 7,10,000 and 7,10,000, then don't try to do this combined entry, because sometimes when you try to do this combined entry, you may get, confused. So first, try to break it. Break it meaning amount at shares allotted 1 lakh. Okay. Application amount 2. So 1 lakh multiplied by 2 lakhs. This has to be transferred to capital. Then how much is to be transferred to allotment? 30,000 for second category plus 4 lakhs for the third category. 4,30,000 is to be transferred to the allotment, and refunded is 80,000. So first make an entry, or working note like this, that is 7,10,000 adjustment, so that it is easy for you to pass the entry. I'm repeating once again, we collected 7,10,000. We collected 7,10,000. Out of this, 2 lakhs is for share capital. It has to be transferred to the share capital. Then 4,30,000 is to be transferred to share allotment based on this working, 30,000 here and 4 lakhs here, and 80,000 has to be refunded based on this working. So this gives us the breakup of 7,10,000. Then we will be in a position to pass this entry. The way they are given the working note here, it might be slightly complicated for you to pass the entry. Okay. Then allotment due and onwards, it is pretty simple, because allotment due is 5 rupees per share. So share allotment is 5 multiplied by 1 lakh, 5 lakhs. To share capital, how much will be credited to share capital? 1 lakh multiplied by
Face value.
how much will be credited to share capital at allotment stage?
2 lakh.
How much will be credited to share capital at allotment? See, first this 2 lakhs we have done. Now when we are making this allotment due entry for 1 lakh shares, how much should be credited to share capital and how much should be credited to securities premium? 1 lakh to share capital and to securities premium. How much?
4.
1 lakh multiplied by
4.
4 lakhs. Very good. So 5 lakh is due. Now, how much amount will we receive out of this 5 lakhs? This 5 lakhs is due. How much amount will we receive at the time of allotment?
4,30,000.
430 we have already received at the time of application. See, this 430
70,000 is left.
We have already received with 7,10,000. Now, how much will we receive? How much is left to be received?
70,000.
So that 70,000 will be received at the time of for allotment. So bank to share allotment 70,000 and remaining two entries are pretty simple. Okay. So I hope it is clear now. So just give me a moment. Let me pull out the mock test paper what Sugam was referring to. Then we'll solve that as well. Sugam, which question was that? If you can just quickly tell me, pull out the question.
Sir, 50%.
50%. I think I'm not. I don't have the. Okay, I'll just give me a moment. See, even to us, they ask, do you want to change the device? Okay. Which one was that? This one, right? Question 5A.
Yes, sir.
So what is the doubt in this? Specific doubt?
The specific like it was complicated.
It's complicated. Okay, so let us try to simplify this
Yeah,
and
for the
see
breakdown in exams.
how we can solve it in the exams. And see, our mock test papers are generally set at a higher standard, as compared to what will be tested in the exam, so that you are prepared. Okay, don't get scared with the toughness of the paper, right? Okay, so on 1st of January, Decent Stays Limited, whatever is the company name, issued 1 lakh equity shares of ₹10 each, payable as follows. Application allotment, first call, final call. 3, 2 plus 2, 5 plus 2, 7 plus 3, 10. Okay. Applications were received on 15 January for 1,20,000 shares and allotment was made on 1st February 21. Okay. Applicants for 50,000 were allotted in full, and for those of 60,000 shares were allotted 50,000 shares, and applications of 10,000 shares were rejected. So let us again note down the numbers. Total applications. 1,20,000. Rejected. How many? So here I'll write number, amount, or per share and amount. Total application 1,20,000 at 3. So 1,20,000 multiplied by 3, 3,60,000. Rejected 10,000. So what will you do with rejected shares? Yeah, Ishika, I'll come back to your question. When I say 10,000 shares were rejected, what is the meaning of that, and what will happen to the amount that these 10,000 shareholders have paid or shares?
Refunded.
We will refund it. Okay, so entire 30,000 this will be refunded. Then applicants for 50,000 shares were allotted in full. So 50,000 per share 3 allotted in full. Then 60,000 allotted 50,000. So we got 60,000 shares applications. Per share is 3. Total amount is 1,80,000. Out of this 1,80,000, allotted 50,000. That is 1,50,000. And balance 10,000 will be refunded. Any doubt so far?
No, sir.
Sugam, any doubt?
No, sir.
Okay, now please be careful to understand how much is refunded. Refunded is this rejected 30,000 plus this another 30,000, 60,000 is refunded. Okay. Then balance of amount due on allotment was received on 15th February. So when did applications was received on 15 January and allotment was made on 1st February. Okay. And balance of amount due was received on 15th February. So that is also fine. That is also that will not be complicated because you have to pass a fresh allotment entry. The calls were duly made on 1st of March of 21 and 1st of April of 21. One shareholder did not pay the first call money on 3,000 shares, which he paid with the final call together with interest at 10% per annum. Another shareholder holding 2,000 shares did not pay the final call money till the end of the accounting year, which ended on 31st December of 21. Show the cash book bank column and journal entries other than involving bank accounts. So basically here you have to prepare the cash book which involves cash transaction and journal entries which does not involve cash transactions. Okay, so once we are through with the first set of entries, that is allotment and all of that. Okay, now next case of allotment entry will be straightforward. You have to pass the allotment due entry and allotment received entry. Then you have to pass the call due entry. So let me go to call due entry directly. For how many shares do we need to pass call due entry? 1 lakh. What is the first call amount? 2. So 1 lakh multiplied by 2, you get 2 lakhs. What is the entry for call due?
Share first call debit to share capital.
Share first call debit to share capital. Okay, so that will be 2 lakhs and 2 lakhs. When is the first call entry due? On 1st of March. 1st of March. Shareholder did not pay the first call money and he paid with the final call together with interest at 10% per annum. So from how many shares did we or will we receive the share first call? See, the share first call.
1,97,000.
Sorry, can you please repeat?
97,000.
97,000, right? So 97,000 you will receive cash. Received. This will go to your cash book. Okay. And for the balance 3,000, what will you do?
Calls in arrears.
You will transfer it to calls in arrears. Okay. So calls in arrears account debit to share first call. How much? 3,000 into 2, 6,000 and 6,000. Are we clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then now this person paid along with interest on which date? He paid on 1st of April. Okay, I think there is a mistake in this question. No, till the end of accounting year, that is 31st of March, that is fine. Okay. This is January to December calendar, no problem. Okay. So what you have to do is, when this shareholder did not pay the first call money on 3,000 shares, when did he pay that? He paid that along with the final call, along with 10% interest. So you will have to charge interest on this, 3,000 shares for 1 month. Are we clear on that?
Yes, sir. 50 rupees.
So what you'll do is 3,000 multiplied by 10% divided by 12. Sorry, 6,000, not 3,000. 6,000 multiplied by 10% divided by 12. This is interest. So this person, when he pays the money, which money? Second call money. So you will have bank account debit. Here you will get call money plus interest to share final call to interest income, which is 50. Okay, whatever is the share final call amount here, that you will write here, and whatever is the amount that is received in bank, you will write here. Just that you have to credit the interest income separately to the interest income account. Now this entry will be passed through the bank book. Similarly, here, though that person holding 2,000 shares did not pay the amount, so you will receive only 98,000. Correct? $98,000, and what is the amount per share? 3. So 98,000 multiplied by 3, 2,94,000 is the amount received on final call. Then 6,000 calls in arrears. Then 50 interest. And on this balance 6,000, again you will have to provide for interest from April till December. Are we clear?
Sir, thereafter you have passed the entry, the bank account debit to share final call.
Sorry.
So the previous entry you have passed, no, sir?
This you will pass in the cash book. Yeah,
Cash
bank to share final call. Yes.
That final call or first call?
First call is no. This is along with interest. No, first call is already here, right? So this interest is paid with the final call. For first call also similar entry will be passed, which we had calculated here, 97,000 into 2 cash book. This also will be passed through cash book only. So in cash book you will say to share final call your 98,000 into 2, sorry, into 3. Then you will have 2 calls in arrears, 6,000 what you have received. So this calls in arrears of 6,000 is nothing but what was not paid in the previous call, which is being paid now, and to interest income, which is 50. This will come in the cash book. Okay.
Sir, in this, like, they have made a lot, they have called for first call, no, sir. On that day only the money was paid.
No. First call. Sorry, can you come back to the
Sir,
question?
they have called the amount on first, for regarding first call, they have called on March 1st, no, sir.
Correct.
So then we should assume like that it is paid on that day itself, even the, what to say?
You can
call
assume
money.
either ways. You can assume, so two assumptions are possible. You can assume that it is paid on the same date, on 1st of March, or you can assume that it is due on, by end of March or something. But because the question is not clear, okay, so there is we have not mentioned very clearly when is the amount due. So you can assume it is due on the same date, and accordingly you can provide for the interest. Similarly, whatever is due on 1st April was not paid. So from 1st of April till December, for 9
December.
months, you have to provide interest.
Yes, sir.
Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Everybody clear? Yes,
Yes, sir.
no, maybe. Any doubt? Okay, let me ask it this one. Okay, so Ishika has a doubt, 10.84. Which part, this TDS, you have a doubt?
Yes, sir. I want to know about the entry, last entry, which was
This one,
given.
30th June.
No, sir. Above the illustration 13, there is given an entry about for transferring interest to profit and loss account.
Okay, so that is a normal closing entry, no, Ishika?
Sure, sir, but there is interest credited, and we know that we are paying the interest. So
So what
how-
happens is, first you pay interest, that is you are debiting here.
yes, sir.
This is an expense.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you have debited interest, and either you will credit debenture holders or you will credit bank. Okay,
Yes, sir.
right? Then this interest is a nominal account which has to be closed. So what happens is, this is an interest account. Let us say to bank, for example, or to debenture holders, whatever you want to write.
Yes, sir.
Let us say it is 1,000. Okay, this entry is passed on 1st of January or 31st of March, whatever is the date. This is the entry on the debit side. Okay, now
Yes, sir.
interest account being a nominal account, you have to close this account. You cannot carry forward the balance.
Yes, sir.
When you close the account, on the credit side you say by profit and loss account,
Yes, sir.
1,000. So basically what did you do? You said buy profit and loss account and you credited the interest account. So interest account credited, you have then debited profit and loss account. So when you prepare the P&L account, on the debit side you get to interest. This is called closing of nominal accounts for preparation of financial statements.
Okay, sir. So here we can't use golden rules as
Golden
usual.
rule only, no, we have used the golden rule. Why have we not used?
Yes, sir. We have used, but here an exception about.
So this is So this is not a golden rule entry. This is a closure entry.
Okay,
तो
sir.
बेसिकली क्या होता है, जब भी जो भी आपका इंटरेस्ट अकाउंट में या कोई भी इनकम या एक्सपेंस अकाउंट में जो भी बैलेंस होता है, वो सब बैलेंसेस आप उठा के आप प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस अकाउंट में ट्रांसफर कर रहे हो.
Yes, sir.
So that is how it happens. So for example, sales, you say debtors credit sales, correct?
Yes, sir.
This is your golden rule. Now the sales balance, what you have to do is debit sales, credit profit and loss, or trading account, whatever you call it. So that is why on the credit side of trading and profit and loss account, you see sales. So this is called a closing entry.
Yes, sir. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Chalo. So
Sir.
that's it on, yeah.
Sir, that you have explained, sir, in that examination question, 50%.
Mm-hmm.
That you have said, sir, for 1,20,000 shares have been applied,
Correct.
and out of that, 50,000 have been allotted full.
Correct.
Out of that, again, remaining 60,000 shares have been allotted 50,000 shares,
Correct.
and 10,000 was rejected.
Correct.
So like remaining 10,000 also it is assumed like it is rejected, or we
Reject.
can't.
So you see, whether you call it rejected or whether you call it refunded, it makes it, it's the same thing. So 50 is allotted in full. For 60, 50 were allotted. So balance 10,000 is refunded.
So we can also assume like it is like adjusted, no sir?
So yeah, no, they are refunded. See, rejected is like I'm not allotting a single share. So say for example, in our class, okay, right now whoever is left, okay, let us say Sugam applied for 1,000 shares, and let us say Aarti, the next student, has applied for another 1,000 shares. Okay. So to Sugam, let us say, for example, I say I reject the application, meaning to say I will not allot a single share. But for Aarti, what I'm saying is, out of 1,000 shares applied, I'll allot 500 shares, and balance 500 amount I will refund. Did you get it?
No sir.
Sorry.
So like I didn't understand still.
So let me just quickly write it down here. 50,000 full allotment, no confusion here.
Yeah, there no confusion.
Then 60,000, 50,000 allotted.
So
here, for someone who has applied for 6 shares, will get 5 shares.
5 shares.
Okay, this is a pro rata allotment. 10,000 rejected, they will not get any shares, 0 shares.
Means out of 1,20,000, 10,000 applicants have been rejected completely.
Correct. 10,000 applications have been rejected.
So the remaining 60,000 for which we have allotted 50,000, sir.
Correct.
So in that we have received 10,000 application money also.
Correct.
That we should adjust against allotment, or what we should do? Like we will reject.
Question says what?
Question didn't say like that.
So question did not say anything, so you can assume it to be refunded. Or you can transfer it and make an appropriate note in the answer.
So like that only I have done in example. Like I have adjusted against allotment.
Adjusted allotment is fine, perfectly fine, no problem.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Chalo, thanks a lot, guys, and I think we'll catch up once more on Friday to quickly discuss the strategy and to take up any in the next 2 days. If you have anything you want me to solve it or take it up on Friday, there's the last window available. After that, it is your time. I'll not come to disturb you again. Anyways, in the forums and all, you can keep on asking queries, no problem on that. But we'll not have sessions to divert your preparation. So in the next class agenda will be to quickly plan up the 2, 3, 4 days time that we have for accounting. And if anyone has any specific question to be taken up or to be solved, that I'll take it up. I will keep it brief only, maybe half an hour to 45 minutes. We'll not do a 1 hour session. And those of you who have attended yesterday's session, what all to be done and how you should manage your time in the next 10 days. Now actually 9 days. The countdown should have started. Okay, so prepare well, relax. If anything is there, please feel free to ask us. We'll be there to help you out. Okay. Chalo, thanks a lot, guys, and have a nice evening.
Thank you, sir. Bye, sir.